not.
Okay, there he is. That's Bradley Banning, folks. He's going to play for you.
Rob, that was great. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate all you letting me be here today. You know what? Since you were talking about this, Harry, I'll play the first song. I was living in Nashville for 10 years and moved up there, went to college, got out early, worked at some labels, and my last job in Nashville was as a creative director at a management company, basically filtering through songs and building projects for other artists, and ended up getting some cuts as a song plugger while I was up there. But nothing made me happy. None of that made me happy. I was chasing the dollar, chasing a dream, and I was kind of letting songwriting and playing music take back seat. And that's the only thing I wanted to do since I was 4 years old. And I ended up writing this song with my dad in March of 2016, and I ended up recording it in my apartment bedroom in Nashville, and loved it so much I was like, you know what, I think I'm going to move back home to Texas and release this. And it's kind of a God tug on my heart. It was like, come on back down here, and I did, and it took off. I ended up running into some friends who I knew, and Greg Sachs and his wife Tammy Millspaw kind of took me under their wing and took me to Texas radio with this, and it kind of jump-started a career down here for me. And now I'm playing songs and writing songs full-time for a living. Thanks be to God. But I love this song. It's an answered prayer. It's about a girl. She was a nurse, my granddad's ICU nurse. We met, and I thought I was going to marry her. We were supposed to get engaged, and I lost my job, and she called me the same day and said, we're not getting engaged anymore. So that's when I took the engagement ring money I had saved up, bought studio equipment for the first time, and ended up recording this song with it.
There you go.
We wrote this with my dad, David Banning, who's a great songwriter, and our buddy Kyle Level, who's in the area as well. You don't drive across Texas on a single tank of gas. You don't leave the Lone Star State without wishing you were back. You don't go through San Antonio and forget the Alamo. You don't pick blue bonnets off the side of the road. You hold on to your license plates, hang them on the wall. You dance every chance you get with your girl at Green Hall. You take some time to spend the night down in Fredericksburg. You don't mess with Texas. You love her. You don't live in Austin if you ain't a little weird. You don't float the Guadalupe without a tube for the beer. You don't sing a Willie song, you can't sing it right. You don't touch a cowboy's hat, you don't wanna fight. You hold on to your license plates, hang them on the wall. You dance every chance you get with your girl at Green Hall. You take some time to spend the night down in Fredericksburg. You don't mess with Texas. You love her. Yeah, you love her. You don't leave a girl in Fort Worth and head to Tennessee at night to tell her that you love her, 'cause if you did, you'd be me. You hold on to your license plates and hang them on the wall. You dance every chance you get with your girl at Green Hall. Take some time to spend the night down in Fredericksburg. You don't mess with Texas. You love her. Yeah, you love her. was the first song I put out when I moved back down here. But y'all, one of the coolest things, thank you for inviting me to do this, because one of the timing of it's so cool. Last year I put out an EP called Songwriter. It had 4 songs on it. Don't Mess with Texas was on it, as well as 3 others that I wrote with some friends of mine. And I've just always, I'm a songwriter first and foremost when it comes to music. And I love songs. My dad instilled that in me. You know, I'd check the liner notes every album I got. And first we'd listen through, and then I'd say, all right, this is who I think wrote that song. And I'd go through, because I started picking up from my dad, like who had what kind of writing style, how they phrase things, how all those little intricate things that we all love about songwriters and songs. And so I'd go through the liner notes and check to see if I was right. And so I got to know like who the songwriters were that were writing the songs. And I've just always loved that. And it's something that I really, I wish more people knew about, you know, because there's so many guys behind these songs that are writing them, and so many great songs out there that people haven't heard. But I just wanted to put that EP out, and I've kind of started moving a lot of what I'm doing around that idea of the songwriter. And Monday nights, I know y'all have Poor David's Pub, but it's a live show I have on Facebook, and we're moving it to the studio here in October. And so I'm doing that with a buddy of mine, Edmund Mitchell, and we'll have different camera angles and stuff, and really building it around songs. And so if you're going out to Poor David's Pub, please go out there. You can always watch the show some other time, but because it'll be up and available. But if anybody ever wants to come on there, Harry, we talked about you coming on, talking about some music. That'd be a lot of fun sometime. But we do that, and that'll start back up October 12th. And also, if y'all are ever in the Grapevine area, Thursday nights through Sloan and Williams Winery. We've had Texas Tuesday out there for the last 2 years, and we do that in the fall, October through December. And this year we're moving it to Thursday, so it'll be more like a family night for songwriters. And so bring your families out. There's, if y'all like wine, Texas wine, California wine specials, appetizers, and are all on sale. Hey, it's a good time, and if y'all want to sing some songs, bring some other songwriters out. I love building community out there. That's been the best thing about moving back home to Texas is the community and the music community. So I'd love to have y'all out if you'd like to sometime. I'm going to quit talking for a minute, and I'm going to play some more songs, but I'm going to go back to that songwriter EP I was talking about. Here's another song I put on there called Savannah. If y'all like anything you hear, and anybody records songs, one of my second passions is producing and mixing. I'm not the best. I can mix well, but I've got a buddy of mine, Kyle Level, in the area who's a great mixer if y'all need people to mix stuff. But I really take joy in producing and recording songs as well. And everything on there has been produced by me, mixed by a friend of mine, Danny Dupel, and Kyle Level and myself. This song I wrote called Savannah. Boone's farm in a paper cup, riding shotgun. She couldn't wait for Georgia. Tapping her toes on my windshield, she couldn't sit still. She'd never been to Georgia. And it seemed like everywhere that we'd go, Diamond was playing on the radio. She couldn't help but smile and sing along. Now every time I hear that song, I think about Savannah. Waste time won't stop right there. I think about Savannah. There must have been something in the air. I think about sipping me Spanish malt, strip street, girl, I lost. Dang, if it wasn't my fault. Think about Savannah. Oh, yeah. Hole in the wall, she had to try key lime pie. It tastes better in Georgia. We were talking about babies and dreams, diamond rings, and we were better in Georgia. I caught in the rain out late one night. Knew what she was thinking from the look in her eye. Slipped off the shoes and we took off running. Man, that girl's something back on. Don't know where we went wrong, but it wasn't in that tourist town. So I'd like to think about Savannah. Oh, I think about Savannah. Wish time won't stop right there. I think about Savannah. Must have been something in the air. I think about slipping me Spanish ball, strip streak, girl, lost dang if it wasn't my fault. I think about Savannah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I think about her. I think about her now.
Hey, Bradley.
Yes, sir.
Now, I know your daddy's got a gold, David Banning, he's got a gold record to his credit. I think you got one too, maybe more.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I bet you do. You got to write. You're a good writer, man, singer too.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Well, I was thinking about this as I was playing that last song. I'm gonna go ahead and play another song that I've got out that y'all can listen to, and because I'd love to share my music and I'd love to hear yours as well. What I'm actually going to do when I'm done playing, I'll post a link to my Spotify page if y'all want to go there, listen through the songs, check it out. Let me know what you think. I have to actually, after I'm done, I'm going to stay for a couple songs, and then I've got to pick up my girlfriend from the airport. We're going straight to a wedding. But I'm going to come back and I'm going to watch this live feed back on Facebook. It'll be up there, correct?
Yeah, it'll be there. Yeah.
Awesome. If y'all got music up and links to it, share it on there. I'd love to come back and check it out. And then I'd love to come back sometime. And if y'all ever want to be out on a Thursday or a Monday in Grapevine, let me know.
We're going to take you up on that.
Please do.
Don't promise if you ain't serious, because we'll be there.
I'm serious.
Okay.
So here's another song I had out. I was talking about that girl, that nurse I was dating. My granddad was in the hospital, and I thought this was the girl I was going to marry, but it ended up being a good story. I've never asked anybody out again or before in my granddad's ICU room, but I asked her out, and I know that tickled my granddad to death. And this is called Room 252. I wrote this a couple years ago. I went out last night with some old friends. We drowned a little bourbon, caught up on the Howard Benz. Then the conversation turned and headed straight for you. And room 252. The first place we met, last place I wanted to be. I still think about it. Does it still make you think about me? Sometimes I feel crazy, 'cause I still dream of you. And room 252. I remember that call, come home, your granddad said. I was on the next flight to say goodbye, afraid I wouldn't make it. You were dressed in your scrubs, like an angel in blue, standing right there in room 252. First place we met, last place I wanted to be. I still think about it. Does it still make you think about me? Sometimes I feel crazy, 'cause I still dream of you. And room 252. Now I still believe something bigger happened that day than just a man losing his life. And I know you thought that too. I saw it in the way those tears rolled off your pretty green eyes. It's like my granddad was holding on just so the two of us can meet. And I still have hope that someday you'll find your way back to me. But until you do, I think about you and room 252. First place we met, last place I wanted to be. I still think about it. Does it still make you think about me? Sometimes I feel crazy, 'cause I still dream of you and room 252. You used to think about me and you and room 252. I went out last night with some old friends, drowned a little bourbon, caught up on the Howard Bends.
Man, that's a good
one. Thank you, I appreciate that. So my dad knows Paul Overstreet, friends with Paul, and they've written a couple songs together. And so I always knew who Paul was growing up, just because of, looking at writer credits and the albums and stuff. And my dad got us together after I had Don't Mess with Texas. He got us to write with Paul Overstreet, and Paul was like, "Well, man, we need to write a hit for you." And I was like, "Well, I don't really know much about writing it. I haven't had a hit yet, but what are you thinking?" And my dad and I ended up writing with this song with Paul, and I'm going to release it here in the new year. I'm kind of excited about it. It's a fun song. I don't know if it'll be a single or not on Texas radio, but it's a fun song at that. Have you ever seen the sunrise in West Texas sky? Seen all the beautiful colors explode with those beautiful eyes? Well, baby, I know right where to find it. Why don't we get out of this place? Let me take you away where the wild things go, where the coyotes call, the cactus bloom, and the stars put on a show. We could fall in love together, waiting for the break of day. Maybe make it last forever. Let me take you away. If you came in here for somebody, let me say this: falling for you could be trouble. You're worth the risk. I don't see no ring on your finger. Come on, girl, what do you say? Let me take you away where the wild things go, where the coyotes call, the cactus bloom, and the stars put on a show. We could fall in love together, waiting for the break of day. Maybe make it last forever. Let me take you away. Well, this bar ain't me, and it sure ain't you. Why don't we find something better to do? Let me take you away where the wild things go, where the coyotes call, the cactus bloom, and the stars put on a show. Let me take you away where the wild things go, where the coyotes call, the cactus bloom, and the stars put on a show. We can fall in love together, waiting for the break of day. Maybe make it last forever. Let me take you away.
man. I wish I could say I co-wrote a song with David Banning and Paul Overstreet.
I got pretty lucky with that
Man,
one.
that's a
Well,
great song.
I don't know if you know Paul lives up in Nashville, but if you ever want to come out and ride with me and my dad, we'd love to. They're in Colleyville. I'm in Keller. I'm always in the DFW area, so a lot at least. So pick a day, let's do it. I'm
All
dead
right.
serious too, y'all. I'll play another song. Actually, I love being intentional and having purpose to the music that I write and I put out. And you know, I'm a newer artist, and uh, my career is just kind of like I'm finally on the career path that I've been trying to be on for a while, and I'm learning every day, and I'm learning that I don't know anything every day, but I'm trying to be more intentional, and I love having a purpose to my music. And a couple months ago, my dad came to me with a song idea. He was like, "Hey, Bill Martin, cowboy, or he's William Lee Martin, a country comedian, out just outside Fort Worth. He is a friend of my dad's, and they were writing the song. And my dad said, "Hey, he's got this thing called Cowboys Who Care." And Cowboys Who Care does is they've partnered with Resistol, and they have a foundation that puts hats on kids with cancer or terminal illnesses. And it's just so cool. My brother, it kind of hits close to home because my brother was sick growing up, and he wore a Batman cape all the time. And you know, I wear a cowboy hat when I go out and play, and at times when I'm outside and stuff, I always have. I've loved boots and cowboy hats my whole life, but I'm not a cowboy by any means. I'm just a Texan, and but I love that. And a cowboy hat always made me feel like a superhero, and my brother's cape made him feel like a superhero. And what Bill does with Resistol and their organization is they make those kids feel like superheroes and give them something to smile about. And they also give those kids, if they get a cowboy hat and they got a brother or sister who wants one as well, they give those to them. But check it out, it's pretty cool. It's called Cowboys Who Care, cowboyswhocare.org. And the idea that my dad called me with was their slogan. He said, "Hey, let's call Bill and see if he wants to write a song called Every Kid Wants to Be a Cowboy." And so we just recorded this a couple weeks ago. I don't know exactly when we'll put it out, but I'm working on it right now. And I wrote this with my dad and our buddy William Lee Martin.
Play it for us.
I wore that hat proud on my head, rode my imagination into the west, chasing outlaws all day and all night. Yeah, just like John Wayne, I was up for the fight. A cowboy's just a kid living out the childhood dreams, blazing their own trail in a pair of boots and jeans. Hey, there's no disputing that, must be something about the hat. Every kid wants to be a cowboy. Lone Ranger had Tonto riding by his side. Every cowboy needs a partner, and I had mine. She could ride and rope just as good as you. Yeah, my baby sister, she's a cowboy too. A cowboy's just a kid living out the childhood dreams, blazing their own trail in a pair of boots and jeans. Hey, there's no disputing that, must be something about the hat. 'Cause every kid wants to be a cowboy. A cowboy's just a kid living out the childhood dreams, blazing their own trail in a pair of boots and jeans. Hey, there's no disputing that, must be something about the hat. 'Cause every kid wants to be a cowboy. Underneath that old brim, you'll find a big old grin. 'Cause every kid wants to be a cowboy. Every kid wants to be a cowboy. A little ditty we wrote with our buddy William Lee Martin. But I love that song. I love that it's kind of old school feeling country. Kind of got a little Texas thing to it, but
Hey, I love it, and I guess that's it for today. But man, you did a great job. We loved having you there, Bradley.
Well, thank you so much. I
You got
appreciate.
some hit songs in you.
I don't know. We'll see, but
Yeah.
I sure appreciate y'all having me today.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming.